for our project, we would like to know what your language background is. Like, have you lived in Tunes all your life? What was your first language that you spoke? Okay, first off, what was your first language that you spoke when you started speaking?
Or just likely. I think it was Yupik at first.
You gotta talk a little bit louder for me. I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
It was in Yupik at first until we were over at Anchorage for like about a month or two, and that is where I learned English.
Okay.
How old were you?
Yeah.
I was just a little kid under 5 years of age.
Wow.
So that was the first time you started speaking English? But you were only there for a month or two? Okay. Then, did you live in Tunes or did you live in other villages?
Just here in Tunt.
Just here in Tunes? Okay. So then, living here in Tunt, did you mainly speak Yupik with your friends and family? I should maybe ask it as a separate question. Do you speak Yupik with your family? Okay. What do you mostly speak with your friends?
It just depends on who they are.
Okay.
Well, to kids, I mostly speak to them in Yupik because they understand more that way instead of making them say, huh?
Okay. She went home sick. So some of these are very similar to the questions we asked you on the questionnaire. And if you're uncomfortable with anything, you just tell us and you don't have to answer it. Do you think it's important to learn Yupik and be able to use as your first choice language for everyday life? Why?
Because, well, you know how these kids are these days are starting to go along with technology. They see their older brothers and sisters using phones and they see games on and they just want to try it out. And after they try it, they get so addicted to it.
Okay. How does that affect the language?
Well, you know how these software and technology has English on it, right? At first they're processing as like what is it saying, but you know, we're speaking Yupik until the older brothers and sisters interpret those English words in Yupik. I mean, from English to Yupik. And once they start understanding English, they're just mainly find it easier to speak in. Well, not easy, but kind of hard to speak in that language they usually grew up in. But once they try to speak English and they get used to it, they'll probably be stuck to that main language.
Would you be able to speak Yupik during the meetings?
Yeah, it depends on which words.
Okay, so if there's you said it depends on what words, so how could we help you, or how could the community or other Yupik speakers help you learn the words you need?
Well, first of all, there's this Yupik dictionary that we have.
Okay, so you could look them up yourself. Okay.
And if there's no dictionary around, we could try ask like elders around here or parents, depending on which parents they know each word that we are asking for.
Okay, are you at all like leery of approaching an elder about asking for words that you need? Are you comfortable with that?
Yeah, but there's not much elders that I could see around, just younger people these days.
Okay. Should there be a Yupik community member in the meetings?
Well,
Student council meetings?
that depends on if they are free and able to or they can. Because you know how our parents have these things to do a lot more than just being able to just go.
Mhm.
Like how you teachers have a lot of things to do in school,
Mhm.
a lot of paperwork here and there. It's more the same way of at home, but there's a lot of kids.
Yeah. In an ideal world, everything's perfect. Would you have a community member at your meetings to help with language?
Yeah.
Okay. And if you had your choice in an ideal world, who would you like to see as your UPIC sponsor or your village sponsor?
Well, kind of like a older person that could just are able to understand English and able to do UPIC and English at the same time, but not combining them as village pencil. It's not. It doesn't. It's not supposed to go that way.
How come? Tell me what your thoughts on that are.
We're told that English and UPIC can't combine as one because otherwise it doesn't make sense. You know how there is this our way of life and this technology. Our way of life is right here, and it's kind of like going towards that technology. And now little kids are getting older. They have this tech that they could play their games on. You know, they're like that one thing pencil that one thing, you know, like how they. It's just weird when they usually are. They could easily